Hi guys, welcome back to This Week in Destiny. It is May 1st, and there's another TWID from Bungie, so let's go ahead and go read it. So the topics that are addressed in this TWID is there's a puzzle that was solved by the community. May 6th is upon us, which is, of course, when the Edge of Fate is being revealed. They're talking about a heavy metal tournament, and the update 8.2.6 is almost here. Lord of Wolves. Lord of Wolves has been an absolute beast within the PvE for months now. Both Atheon and Temple have been shaking in their proverbial boots whenever a Guardian readied their weapons for DPS phases. While we found Lord of Wolves was far outperforming where we wanted it to be, we decided to let it ride for most of Heresy for a little meta time period. While with Red 9 arriving soon, it's time to rein it in. So they reduced the hipfire damage in PvE by 30%. Risk Runner. Risk Runner has long been a low zoom outlier as far as SMGs go, so we wanted to bring it in more line with other options. The buff it will be getting the range as part of the adaptive SMG changes the stability, so zoom is going from 13 to 14. Truth and Two-Tailed Fox. Rocket launchers rarely compete in Crucible as a viable heavy option against LFRs and LMGs, but giving them more ammo from the crates is not a decision we make lightly. To test the waters, we've selected two exotic rocket launchers that will get an additional ammo from heavy crates. So for both Truth and Two-Tailed, they will get 2 heavy ammo from the crates. Elysium. Creating an ammo brick drained all of the energy, which prevented players from creating 2 special bricks when they were at 100%. We've adjusted this so the special brick only costs 50% to allow the player to create a second special brick if they desire. They also rewarded the trait to be a little less confusing. Finality's Augur. We've added some quality of life changes that should make using this weapon an overall smoother experience. Increase the duration that the target is painted to match the duration of the turret. The environmental target marker now marks an additional target that enters the zone after its initial creation. Now grants automatic reload from reserves after deploying a turret. Reduce turret self-damage by 85%, and increase turret damage by 10%. Time for armor updates. So Hunter, as we expect, Radiant Dance Machines. The goal of the RDMS rework was to introduce a new style of gameplay into PvP, centered around aggressive, close-range play with primary weapons. While this has happened in practice, we have received a large amount of feedback that the playstyle itself is fun to use. We need to make sure that at its peak, it's still in band with other playstyles that exist in high-end Crucible gameplay. Unfortunately, due to the differences between the input devices, the current tuning for RDM continues to remain problematic on mouse and keyboard, while being significantly less effective on controller. The last word excluded, which has been addressed in the tuning specifically below. The usage reflects this, with RDMs seeing 45% higher usage on mouse and keyboard. M&K already benefits from having significantly higher aim assist, accuracy, and stability, while hip firing than controller does, and stacking those benefits with the ones that RDM is allowing some weapons to perform outside their intended bounds. Long term, we want to investigate more, moving the 2 inputs to be more equal in terms of hip fire efficiency at base, but for now we're going to significantly reduce the benefits granted by RDMs. We believe these values will still allow players to engage in hipfire combat, a belt at a more limited range window, and with additional investment needed in the form of perks or mods to achieve a similar level of strength. In addition, so that hunters don't have the hipfiring fun, we're going to grant the hipfire range and accuracy for primary weapons to an exotic each on Warlock and Titan, which we discussed below. So TLDR of the top. Reduce the bonuses of primary weapons when hipfiring. Align the hipfiring range and accuracy to the values granted by the hipfire perk grip instead of the legacy frame intrinsic perk. Reduce the accuracy for standard weapons by 60%. Reduced aim assist fall off damage bonus by 60%. Further reduce the accuracy bonus for the custom tuned weapons by an additional 25%. As a note, based on feedback we have received from mouse and keyboard Using the last word with RDMs, we are looking into tuning the specific penalties for the input device a bit in a future patch to make the weapon more usable without requiring the exotic. Although dodge time is already lower on RDMs than other hunter exotics, we want to reduce the class ability refund benefit just a little bit in PvP to make it a more focal point of the exotic. Reduce the amount of energy refunded for defeats players when you do not have full class ability from 33 to 20%, so to align with the upper tier of the strategist perk. Titan. Lion Ramparts has been a long but a niche exotic. Since it already dealt with hipfire effectiveness, we thought it would be a great candidate for this buff. For the second buff, we're allowing the airborne effectiveness bonus provided by the exotic to be even being active when ADS, so it's no longer needed to hipfire. So they added the accuracy and range hipfire bonuses from RDMs to land ramparts for primary weapons only. These hipfire benefits are always active, not just when airborne. And also a 50% airborne effectiveness bonus is not always active, just when you are hipfiring when airborne. Warlock. Lunafactions similarly sees low usage in Crucible, and when it does, it's almost always to show off the extremely long-range slug precision shotgun or fusion rifle kill. With these instances, we do not believe they are generally acceptable in PvP play. We have reduced the range benefits when standing in an empowering rift for Crucible only. In place, we have added benefits to hit firing primary weapons, which are always active. So adding the accuracy and range bonuses from RDMs to Lunafactions for primary weapons only. These hipfire benefits are always active, not just when in a rift. And decrease the range bonuses granted from an empowering rift by 50%. So not only reduce the occurrences of long-range kills with short-range weapons like fusions and slug shotguns. Do note, the descriptions will be updated to reflect the new functionality in a future pass. So the Titan and Warlock are getting something similar to RDMs, that is Lion Ramparts and Lunafactions. So I think it'll be interesting to see those be used. 3 new rewards coming with 8.2.6. As you know very well by now, we're reprising the Prophecy, Spire of the Watcher, and Ghost of the Deep weapons with new perks, additional traits, and a renewed look that includes a holofoil version for those of you with the soul of a crow. We think that you'll love the weapons and their perks, so we won't be talking about those here today. Discovering yourselves what they will have to offer and making them a bit more special. That being said, to give you a little tease of what's to come, so how about we reveal additional weapons that are coming to Iron Banner, Trials, and Nightfalls. So Iron Banner is getting a Solar Scout Rifle, Trials is getting a Arc Slug Shotgun, and Nightfall is getting an Arc Heavy Burst Pulse Rifle. Nature Reclaimed will be available starting May 20th when Iron Banner returns. For Inquisitor and Crow Mercy, we're trying something different for the duration of the 9 and until the Edge of Fate launches, these will both be available at the respective vendors. There'll also be additional drops when you finish Trials matches or Nightfall activity. This includes their Adept counterparts. Trials of Cyrus will be back on May 13th for the first time after the update 8.2.6 is back. So winning on a 4 streak can get you a featured weapon, Ashia's, and also an extra, the Inquisitor. Same thing that goes with Grandmaster Nightfalls. For every Lotus Eater Adept you'll get a Cruel Mercy Adept. Have fun with all the extra to everyone. Celebrating Asian American Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. The Asians at Bungie Inclusion, Diversity, and Equality Association is celebrating the occasion with the Harmonic Waves emblem. We're excited to support the International Community Health Services, a non-profit healthcare organization based in Seattle, Washington, and a leading voice in challenging anti-Asian hate. I think it's a pretty cool emblem. If you want to make a $10 donation through May 31st, if you don't have this emblem, the link is in the TWID. I can put it down below as well if you want to donate and get this emblem for a $10 donation. And then at the bottom of the TWID, we have the basic, the known issues, and we have some images. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.